Hello everybody. So today I will do about SAT math. The first topic we will learn about trigonometry, and the first unit we will learn about what is the angle. So in here, angle is about between two sides in here. They create the angle between at least two sides. So that's why we call this about the angle. So on the SAT math, we will learn on different kind of angle in here. There are four types of angle. We need to learn about that. The first thing that's about 180 degrees. This is we call about flat angle. And we can call down this about the straight line in here. This is the first one. The next one is about obtuse angle. This means that this angle in here should be more than 90 degrees and below than 180 degrees. So we call them that's about obtuse angle. The next one that's about right angle. This angle should be 90 degrees. So we call down that's about the right angle. And the last one that's about acute angle. This angle should be below than 90 degrees and higher than 0 degrees. So that we call them acute angle. This is the basic of the geometry on the SAT math. You need to learn about different kind of angle so that you can learn different kind of the object or triangle, rectangle. So the next one we'll talk about supplementary angle and complementary angle. In here you can see that complementary angle, two angles they sum together and they will become 90 degrees. About supplementary angle, angle number 1 plus angle number 2, they will become 180 degrees. This is the basic about the sum of the two angles. And on the SAT math, they will talk about supplementary angle and complementary angles. So let's do about the practice. Suppose that angle A and angle B are supplementary angles. Angle A we have 2k plus 50. Angle B is 4k plus 10, 5k. So that we know that the question is about supplementary angle. So we know that angle A plus angle B is about 180 degrees. So that you just sum 2k plus 50 and angle B is about 4k plus 10 equal to 180 degrees. So we just do about equation. 2k plus 4k is about 6k. 50 plus 10 is about 60 equal to 180 degrees. So 60 move to the right. So we got about 6k equal to 180 degrees minus 60 degrees. And we got about 6k equal to 120, and k that will become 120 divided by 6, so that you got about 20. So in here we know that k is become 20. So the answer for the question is about B. The next one I will talk about the opposite angle. In the opposite angle, for example, we have angle number 1 in here. And we know that angle number 1 and this angle in the opposite area, we call this the angle 2. You know that two lines they cross together at the point A in here. And you can apply that the opposite angle from angle number 1 will be equal to the angle number 2, because that's about opposite angle, so that you can conclude angle number 1 equal to angle number 2. To explain why angle number 1 equal to angle number 2, we use this angle in here. We have angle number 3. So I will show you why angle number 1 equal to angle number 2. We use the angle number 3 in this here. If we hide this one, we can see that angle number 1 plus angle number 2, number 3, that will become 180 degrees, because that's about supplementary. That's why angle number 1 plus angle number 2 is about 180 degrees. Now we hide this area, we can see that angle number 3 plus angle number 2 in here, they will become 180 degrees, similar with supplementary. So now we have the equation. To check about angle number 1 and angle number 3, you move angle number 1 on the right, move angle number 2 on the right, so that we got about angle number 3 in the center. We have 180 degrees minus angle 1 will equal angle 3, because we move angle 1 to the right. And similar this one. Now we can say that 180 degrees minus angle 1 equal to angle 3, and angle 3 equal to 180 degrees minus angle 2, so that you can eliminate the angle number 3, and we put the equal sign here. So you can say that 180 degrees eliminate together, you got about negative angle number 1 equal to negative angle number 2. Now we just divide both sides with -1, so that you got about angle 1 equal to the angle number 2. So that's why we have the opposite angle, and both opposite angle they have the same result. That's why we need to learn about opposite angle, and I just prove for you why the opposite angle they have the same result. The next one I will talk about parallel. This is on many SAT math, and we need to learn to find the parallel lines in here. We know that the angle number 1 in here, that's the angle number 1, and this is angle number 2, because line A and B, we have a parallel B in here, so that's the angle number 1 will equal to angle number 2. So we cannot do this way, angle number 1 and angle number 2, because the line in here, they have the same, and this line is about C. C intercept with A at location A. C intercept with B at location B. So find reason why angle number 1 equal to angle number 2, because the slope of the line in here, they have intercept with the two parallel, so that when they create the intersection with the A and B, they have the same slope. If they have the same slope, it means that they have the same angle. That's the reason why in the parallel, angle A, angle number 1 and angle number 2 of this intersection in here, they have the same result. Another thing we need to know, we have angle number 1 in here and we have angle number 3. They have the same with the angle number 2, because angle number 3 and angle number 1, they are opposite angle. That's the reason why angle number 3 equal to angle number 1 and angle number 1 equal to angle 3. That's why we have angle number 3 in here. So that's why if we have the parallel, we have angle number 2 equal to angle number 3, and this is similar to angle number 4 opposite side with the angle number 2, so that angle number 3 will equal to angle number 4. Now the next one, we have this angle, we call them angle number 5, and we know that angle number 5 plus angle number 1 is about 180 degrees, and this area, angle number 6, will same with the angle number 5 because that's the opposite side. Because the opposite, so angle number 5 equal to angle number 6. Similar this one, angle number 5 and angle number 7, they have the same slope. That's why angle number 5 equal to angle number 7, and angle number 7 they will equal to angle A. So that we have 7 equal to angle A. And you know that angle number 6 plus angle number 2, they will become 180 degrees, because angle number 6 plus angle number 3, that's about 180 degrees. However, angle number 3 equal to angle number 2. That's why angle number 6 plus angle number 2, they become 180 degrees. And that's why we need to learn about the formula of the parallel lines, and to find which angle is same, which angle can sum together about 180 degrees. That's why I just show about step by step for you. So now I just use about the real SAT math. So which angle is the same result with angle A? Angle A in here. So we can say that angle A, and we have A and B is parallel together. So we have angle A will opposite side with the angle number 2. So that angle A will equal to angle number 2. And because they A and B parallel, so that angle number 2 will same with the angle number 1. So that's why we have angle number 1. About angle number 3 and angle number 4, they have the opposite line with this line because they don't parallel together. So that angle A cannot stand with the angle 3 and angle 4. So we can conclude that let's see B is the correct answer. So now I will talk about triangle. Triangle is the first object of the SAT math geometry, and you need to learn about the basic triangle so that you can understand different kind of object. The first one, this is the basic one, this we call about right triangle. Because the right triangle, they have 90 degrees in this area, that's why we call them right triangle. This one we call them acute triangle because all three angles in here, they are below 90 degrees. So that we call them acute triangle. The next one, we call them obtuse triangle because one angle in here is more than 90 degrees. So that we call them about obtuse triangle. So this is the basic triangle we need to remember, and then I will show on the formula of the triangle. The first formula of the triangle, the sum of three angles in triangle is 180 degrees. For example, we have the triangle ABC. The angle A plus angle B plus angle C, they will become 180 degrees. So this is the first formula of the triangle. You need to learn about that. And this is so important to find the different kind of angle in one triangle. So on the real SAT math, in a triangle ABC, angle A is 100 degrees, angle B is 70 degrees. Find the angle C. We have ABCD. You know that the sum of the three triangles, they will become 180 degrees in here. So now we have angle A is about 100 degrees. Angle B is about 70 degrees. And angle C is about, the number we need to find is about 180 degrees in here. So now we sum two numbers together and you go about 170 degrees in here, plus angle C is about 180 degrees. So in the angle C, we move 170 to the right, you go about 180 minus 170, and you go about angle C is about 10. So that's answer for the question is about A. So in the real question like this, in triangle ABC, angle A we have 2k plus 15, angle B is k minus 25, angle C is 3k plus 10. Find the k. So we have angle A plus angle B plus angle C is about 180 degrees. So we have angle A, angle B, and angle C. We just sum together, and we have 2k plus 15, k minus 25, 3k plus 10 equal to 180 degrees. So that we sum all number together. 2k, k, and 3k, that's about 6k. 15 minus 25 is about minus 10. Minus 10 plus 10 is about 0. So we got about 180. So we have KE become 180 degrees divided by 6. And you got about 30 degrees. So that K is about C. So this is about step by step to find the K in here. Hello everybody. So today I will talk about find the S. On the SAT Math, they will show you about the figure and they ask you to find the value S in here. And we have A, B, C, D. So in this one, I will show two ways for you. There are two ways to do this question. The first one is about traditional way. We have the triangle in here, A, B, and C. We need to find the value in this angle C in here. So we have 180. We minus 63. We minus 48. And you got about 69 in here. So that's the angle C is about 69. The next one, in the angle C plus the angle S, they will become 180 degrees because that's about supplementary angles. Because that is supplementary angles, so that's why angle C plus angle S will become 180 degrees. But angle C we just calculate in here is about 69, so that you got about 69 plus angle S equal to 180 degrees. And then angle S, we have 180 degrees minus 69. And angle S, that will become 111. So that's the answer for question is about A. The second step, if you have the true angle in here, but this is a triangle, and we know that the sum of A, B, C is about 180, and the sum of angle C with the S is about 180 degrees. That's about supplementary. So that if you want to find the S, they will become the sum of the two angles inside the triangle, not this angle in here. They will become 63 plus 48 become 111, because the sum of three angles is about 180, and the sum of C and S, they begin 180 again. That's why we got about 48 plus 63 will become 111 of the S outside. So this is the formula you need to learn, and that's why we have this formula. So that angle A plus angle B will become the angle S. This is the trick to find the angle S. If you know the true angle inside the triangle, you just sum the two triangles together, and this is the angle S. So that you don't need to use the 180 minus two angles, then plus the S again, That's why, because 180 two times together, that's why we have angle A and angle B will be the sum of the angle S. And this is the answer for you. The next one I will introduce about isosceles triangle and equilateral triangle. About isosceles triangle, it means that at least two sides of the triangle they will have the same. This means the side here and the side here they will have the same value, A and B. We have A equal to B. That's why we call isosceles triangle. And the next one, the angle number 1 will be equal to the angle number 2 in the isosceles. So if you want to find the angle number 3 on the top one in here, you will have the formula like this. Angle number 3 equal to 180 degrees minus 2 multiply 1. Why we need to do that? Because two angles in the angle number 1 and angle number 2 they are same. That's why we multiply with the 2 multiply with angle number 1, or maybe 2 multiply with angle number 2, and you got about the angle number 3 in here. The next one, that's about equilateral and triangle. This means A, B, and C they have the same side. Because A, B, and C they have the same side, that's why we have angle number 1 equal angle number 2 equal angle number 3, and this is about 60 degrees. Why we got about 60 degrees? Because the sum of 3 triangles we just learned previous lesson, that's about 180 degrees. But now angle A, B, and C, or angle 1, 2, 3, they have the same. That's why we have the sum of 3 triangles, 180 divided by 3. 3 it means 3 triangles, 3 angles, and in the triangle. That's why 180 degrees divided by 3, you got about 60. This is the reason why angle 1, 2, 3, they will become 60 degrees. And this is about the next 2 triangles you need to learn about for the SAT math. So on the SAT math, they provide you about the triangle, and the question triangle ABC is the isosceles triangle. Angle B is about 50 degrees. Find the angle A. So we know that angle B is about 50 degrees, and because AB equal to AC, that's why angle C is about 50 degrees too. To find the angle A, we just have 180 degrees minus 2 multiplied with 50, that will become 180 degrees minus 100, and you got about 80 degrees. This is the basic to find the angle in here, and that's about A. So the question, they provide the figure, and they ask about find the S in here. Find S if A and B in here they are parallel together, and triangle ABC, ABC, triangle ADE, ADE are isosceles. So they just provide the angle A is about 45 degrees in here, and we know that angle 45, there will opposite is 45 in here too. So that's angle on the opposite side of the angle A is a 45. So we need to find the angle D and angle E in here. To find the angle D and D, we have 180 degrees. We minus 45 of the angle A in here. So we divide by 2. So we have 180 degrees minus 45 is about 135 degrees divided by 2. So 135 degrees divided by 2 is about 62.5 degrees. Let me do about the division. That is 67.5. 67.5 degrees right now in the angle D and angle E in here. But the question they asked about the S, so you can see that at the river lesson we learned that the sum of the inside triangle will become the value of the angle outside. So that you sum the angle A plus the angle D will become the angle S in here. So that angle A is about 45 plus 77.5 equal to the angle S. 45 plus 67.5 is become 112. That's about 112.5 degrees. So that's the angle S. It become 112.5 degrees. So that's the final answer. About triangle, we will learn a lot of formula in this right triangle. So that is an important topic, and because SAT Math love so much about right triangle, so much. The next one we talk about Pythagorean theorem, and I will show about for you. The formula of Pythagorean is about a power 2 plus b power 2 equal to c power 2. In here, c is about hypotenuse. And we know that A and B should be held the right triangle between A and B together. And we know that the hypotenuse is always longer than A and B. It means that the value in the number, for example, 3 power 2 plus 4 power 2 equal to 5 power 2. It means that the number 5 in here is higher than 4 and 3. So that to make sure when you find the C, the total is should be higher. If you want to find B and A, the number on the hypotenuse minus one side, they go about the positive number, not about the negative number. If you go about negative number, it means you use the A minus C something somewhere. That's why you got a wrong number. This is so important for the SAT Math, and you need to learn about Pythagorean, because they will ask to find the area, maybe about perimeter of a right triangle. So we have the Pythagorean theorem. Find the value of s in this right triangle. So we have 9 power 2 plus 11 power 2 equal to s power 2. So 9 power 2 is about 81. 11 power 2 is about 121. And we got about s power 2. 81 plus 121 is about 202. And we got about s power 2. And you can see that s 202 we can know that the 1 and 1 multiply with 2. This is about the round number, so that when we do about the square root, the round number is still keep about s equal to 202. And the s in here, they will become the square root 202. We know that if we do the square root on the both sides, you got about the positive and negative. However, let's see about the side, and the side should always greater than 0. That's why you got about the positive number only. You negative about negative number, you just reject the number. That's why you choose only one number. That's about the square root 202. So now we need to find the value of s in here. In the right triangle, we have 10 power 2 equal to 5 power 2 plus s power 2. Because we have 5 and s, and in between 5 and s we have the right triangle, and 10 is a hypotenuse. So now let's do about this. 10 power 2 is about 100. 5 power 2 is about 25. Plus s power 2. 100 minus 25 is about 75. Equal to s power 2. In the 75, you got about 15 multiplied with 5. And in 15, you got about 5 and 3. So now on, you got about 3, 5, 5. If you do the square root, the square root of 25, they will become the number 5, and square root of 3, they still the number 3. That's why I need to analyze the number in the prime number, so that when you do the square root, you got about 5 square root of 3. And let's see, when on the SAT math, they will have the put in the simple number, so that when we do the square root in the both sides, then will become 5 square root of 3. That's why we need to learn to analyze the number, to find the square root, and to find the basic number like this. So now I will talk about triangle, and this is about trigonometry of the right triangle. About trigonometry is on the right triangle only. You should remember about that. So if you choose the one angle, for example, I choose about B in here. So the side next to the B with the right angle is about adjacent, and the side if B don't have connection A, that's about opposite side, and the hypotenuse is the longest side on the triangle. That's B with a C. So that we need to know hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent. If we have choose one angle in here, if we choose the angle C, adjacent and opposite, they will swap together. It means A and C, they will become the adjacent. A and B, that will become the opposite. So in here, we will learn about sine, cosine, tan, and cotangent. In here, about side B in here. In the circle, we have opposite side in here. That's about AC divided by hypotenuse. That's about BC. Cosine is about adjacent. Adjacent is the AB in here because we have the B. That's why we call adjacent. And hypotenuse is about CB. Tan B is about opposite side. It means AC divided to adjacent. This is about AB. Cotan is about adjacent. It's about AB divided to opposite side. That's about AC. This is the basic of the trigonometry for the right triangle. If you do about the trigonometry. The next formula of the trigonometry, for example, we just drew about P as the reference video. So that if we have sine, cosine, tan, cotangent, if you want to change them to sine to cos, and you just use about 90 degree minus P, you transform to sine to cosine, and you go about 90 minus B. Similar with the cosine, if you want to transform cosine to the sine, you just use 90 degree minus B in here. This is about the angle. Similar tan with and cotangent. If you transform the tan to cotangent, you just use 90 degree minus B. Similar cotangent. If you want to find the tan in here, just use 90 degree minus B. Then we change to the tan. This one side that will become cosine, and cosine become the sine. Tan will become cotangent, and cotangent will become tan. This formula is so important for the SAT math. If they have the question like this, sine A will equal to cosine B. So because we don't have the formula sine equal to cosine, but if we transform the cosine in here, it means the cosine of the angle B will become the sine 90 minus B in here. So because sine equal to sine side by side, so we have concluded A equal to 90 degree minus B. So that's why we need to learn this formula to transform the cosine to become the sine or vice versa. This is so important for the SAT math. So let's practice about that. Find side C in this triangle. We have A, B, C, and this is about the right triangle. And the question asks about the side C. Side C is about opposite divided to hypotenuse. The opposite is about BC. Oh no. Opposite is about AB. And hypotenuse is about BC. We know that. Let's just provide the value of AC and CB. In the right triangle, we use about Pythagorean again. We find the AB in here by the square root of BC power 2 minus AC. And we have the BC in here. The square root of 5 power 2 minus 3 power 2 is about 16. The square root of 16 is about 4. BC is about 5. So that's side C in this right triangle is about 4 over 5. So the next one we will talk about the area of the triangle. we have three types of triangle in here that we just learned. We know that on the right triangle, we call down this about the base, and this one is called about the height in here. This is about the height of the right triangle, and the formula to find the area is about the base multiply with the height in here divided by 2. This is the formula to find the area of the triangle, and we similar this. This is about acute triangle, and we have the height in here, and in here this is about the base. So that if they provide the height and the base, you just multiply together, then divide by 2. And the next one is about obtuse triangle. So to find the area of the obtuse triangle, you just use the base in here only. This area we don't count about that because when we multiply this the long triangle, we need to minus this area again. That's why the base only like this from here to here, and from the vertex in here, the height vertex to the parallel with the line of the base in here, they call now this is about the height. So that you use the height from here, multiply with the base, divide by 2. So that the height should be in this area only. Then the base only this side only, from here to here. So that you don't need to count this space over there. You eliminate that. That's why I just draw for you to illustrate. And then we have the base in here, multiply with the height, and you got about divide by 2 to go about the area of the triangle. So we have 3 different types of the triangle in here. So now I will illustrate how to do about find the area of the triangle. We have the acute triangle, we have the height, and we have the base in here. We divide by 2, so that the height is about 8, the base is about 10, divide by 2. 8 multiplied with 10 is about 80, 80 divided by 2 is about 40. This is the basic one. The next one, we have the right triangle in here. We have the height is about 4, the base is about 5, then divide by 2. 4 multiplied with 5 is about 20, 20 divided by 2 is about 10. Then the last triangle, we have the height is about 9, but the base they don't provide for you. So if you want to find the base in here, you will use 15 minus 8. And you got about 7. So now to find the area of this triangle, you use about 9 multiply with 7, divide by 2, and that's about 63 divided by 2 is about 21.5. Yeah. So this is the basic one by one in each type of triangle. To find the area, you need to learn and how to find the area in each triangle. Now I will talk about proportion of the triangle. I will provide one example. For example, we have two right triangle in here. The right triangle on the left, we got about 30, 40, and 50. And on the question they asked, the small triangle is about 1/10 of the big right triangle on the left. So that when we have 40, 30, and 50, and they ask about 1/10, the small triangle will become 4, 3, and 5. Why we have the number like this? Because we have the side, you need to divide by 10, and you got about 4, similar 50 and 30. And the next one, in the proportion, the angle in each section in here, they will be same in here too. For example, angle number 1 will become the angle number 2 in here. Angle number 3 will become the similar angle to 4. So that in the proportion of the triangle, angle 1 will have the same value of angle 2, and angle 3 will have same value of the angle 4. So this is the technique about the proportion of the triangle, about the side by side and the angle. In the proportion, the angle always the same with the triangle. For example, we have a Q triangle with 120 something, but the small triangle with the same as different sign, because they have the small one, but the angle in here they still keep about 120. So that in the proportion, 3 angle in the triangle on the big one will have the same 3 angle in the small one, but the side they change based on the ratio or proportion. That's why we need to have the formula for this one. So we have two types of triangle, the big one and the small one. The small one is about 1/5 of the big one triangle. The question is asked, find the tan F or in the small triangle. You know that the angle F, E, and D, they will same with C, B, and A. This means that if you find the tan F in here, this similar we find the tan C in here too. So to find the tan C, you go about 12 divided by 10. So that's about 1/4. And if we have the tan F in here, then we have 1/2 too. Why? Because in the tan F, you need to divide by 5, and 10 need to divide by 5. However, if we do like this, they keep the same value with the tan F is 1/2. So that if you want to have the different kind of ratio, but they ask about tan F or maybe the cosine, sine, E, something like it in the small triangle, the value in the small triangle will have the same in the value in the big triangle. That's why you need to use the big triangle to find the value in this location compared to the small triangle in here, so that you can get the result E or F something. That's why we have the triangle proportion. That's the benefit to learn about this formula. So the next one I will talk about rectangle. Rectangle, we have the length we call L, and about the width we call W, and we know that length is higher than width. This is the basic one you need to know about that. The next one we need to learn diagonal of the rectangle. This is so important because this one they will become the hypotenuse of the W and L in here. You can see that. This is about the triangle inside the rectangle. To find the diagonal, you will have the square root of the length power 2 plus W power 2. This is we use about Pythagorean of the triangle, and we just apply in the rectangle. The next thing we need to learn is about perimeter. Perimeter of the rectangle is about 2 multiplied with length plus width. This is about the basic of the perimeter of the rectangle, and the area of the rectangle is about length multiplied with the width. That's why we need to learn two formula in here to calculate in the SAT math. So now we have the rectangle. If the length is 20, perimeter is 60, what is the width of the rectangle? You can see that we have the perimeter is about 60 in here. Perimeter is about 60, and we have number 2, and the length is about 20, and we have the width in here. So now we need to find the width in here, and you can see that this is about the equation. First, you need to divide with number 2 in the both sides. You go about the width plus 20. 60 divided by 2 is about 30. The width plus 20. Then we minus both sides with 20. And you got about 10 equal to width. So let's see about the step by step to find the length, width of our perimeter together, if you will understand the formula. If the length is 20 and perimeter is about 60, find the area of the rectangle. I just changed the question, find the width. Now we want to find the area of a rectangle. This is about the real SAT math. So in here, if you have the length and you have the perimeter, you will find the width in here, because I just did on the reverse video. So let's see, width is about 10. So now find the area of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle is about the length multiplied with the width. Length is about 20 and width is about 10, and you got about 200. So this is the basic formula for you to find the area of the rectangle. So the next question I used on the real SAT math. If the length increase 10%, the width decrease b in percent, the area will decrease 12%, 5p. So we know that we have the area is about width multiplied with the length in here. Now we can consider in different number. We have the length is about the degree 10%, so that length we multiply 1 plus 10%, because they change in the length. That's why we have 1 plus 10%. We multiply with the width in here. Width is about 1 minus p, because the p we don't know have the numbers yet. We need to find the p. And in the area will degree 12%, so that's we have L multiplied with width. L multiplied with width is about the area of the rectangle multiplied with 1 minus 12%. So that on the left and on the right they have the same value because they have the same area. So now we have L, W and W and L in here. We can simplify the number in here in the both sides, so that you got about 1.1 multiply 1 minus b, and this is about 0.88, because 1 minus 12 is about 1 minus 0.12. That's why you got about 0.88. And you got about 1 minus b equal to 0.88. Divide by 1.1. 0.88 divide 1.1 is about 0.78. 0.6. So that's after we have the value, you move p in here. You move p on the right and 0.786 they go to the left, so that you got about 0.786 equal to b. 1 minus 2, 0.786, that will become to 0.214 b. So that you can conclude that the width decreased by 21.4%. So that's it about the b. We need to find on the result. This is the real exercise calculating, so that's why you need to understand and have to do about the change in the percentage on the length, width and area in here.